Okay, so this is just going to be a last minute, very quick overview of the remaining reveals for Warhammer Fest. Let's just jump right into it. Say the Sigmar reveal. Honestly, I kind of like the footmen from the Adepticon reveals. The Knights really emphasize this. I'm really digging a lot of the helmets. They're cool. That's pretty much enough to be said. Hey, we got of course Warhammer campaign for Age of Sigmar, which honestly I might kind of just pick this up. I normally don't like campaign books because it's just like you're mostly buying it just for like the new rules that stuff is going to be coming out with, because they can't add new units to the book after they've already come out unless it's like digital or like a free data slate. It's stupid, but Age of Sigmar is actually pretty popular in my area, so I'm wondering if maybe we can get like a small campaign going on with that. Aside from that, the Maggot King got a new Harbingers of Decay model, and it honestly looks good. I like it. I like the different head options. The horse looks very pestilent and diseased. It's really got that same energy as the current/old model. It's a good update. Fleshier Court's got a new hero, and I'm just going to say this right now. I really like the direction they're taking with the faction now. It's no longer just ravaged ghouls taken from like the old vampire count army. They really are trying to make a unique aesthetic for them, and I think it's great. I'm really digging these a lot more. And yet another army I'm not looking into. Games Workshop, stop. My wallet can't take more of this. A new Fire Slayer hero, which is a little weird because by the title it almost seems like it was a named character, but no, it's just yet another berserker now with hammers. I like the lore with it. It does look cool, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to see some game stats before I make a final decision on it. And Gloomspite gets, honestly, it's the flying like bat squigs that make this model. I do like the giant skull the goblin's wearing, but it's those cave squigs. They're so derpy and I love them. I just want this model just for that. And on top of that, you get a variety of regiments of renown that apparently Games Workshop is kind of rolling out with this. I kind of view these more as just like smaller start collect. It's kind of what they've done before when they do campaign books, because I actually end up picking up an old Ossiarch Bone Reaper bundle with like a bunch of Death Riders. But yeah, obviously this is just like a way to get the new models. I might just be ordering all four, even for the Fire Slayers, just because it's like I kind of wanted the new models. All of them do kind of are pleasing to me. To kind of round off Age of Sigmar, the Orc War Clans got a massive kind of boar boy all of a sudden, which I feel like kind of came out of the blue, but I also kind of like, because very specifically, I think Ironjaws need like just a little more to their faction, and this does look really pleasing. It's a really cool model. Horus Heresy, you got a knight. In plastic this time. Okay, I didn't see that part. Okay, yeah, because I'm pretty sure this model has been available as a Forge World resin kit. Okay, but now it's full plastic. Ooh, okay, yeah, one of my local players, I don't think he plays Heresy, but I know he plays Knights. He might want to pick this one up again. But no, that's cool. It's cool that it's actually coming out in plastic. I think that needed to be a bit more clear. You got two commanders of Varian Ashrahadan for the Sons of Horus, and you got Lord Castellan Evander Garrus, who very clearly melted someone, and that's actually a really cool pose. I assume these are kind of coming for the campaign book that was revealed at Adepticon, which kind of makes me a bit more hopeful on that, because it's not just a campaign book. But yeah, otherwise, again, I'm not really a Heresy player, so I don't really care that much about this. Very quick side note, you're also finally getting your Jump Troopers again, so there's that. Yeah, and some sort of teaser, I'm guessing. I almost want to say this feels like the Drop Site Massacre. I'm placing my bets right now. It's the Drop Site Massacre. Now, big one. Warhammer The Old World. We get a look at the Bretonnian and the Tomb King. Dear Lord, these models are gorgeous. I'm not lying. This really makes me want to talk about them. The detail on them is insane. You got the knight who has a sword sticking through an orc head with all the detail on the backpack. His model is both like simple and yet has so much detail to it. It's a very simple pose that I like. Both honestly are just simple poses that I think work because, you know, it's supposed to kind of be this old world feel to it. It's really good. Problem: they're both resin, and they're the first of many we'll see before the game is out. New models will be released in Citadel plastic and Forge World resin. No, Games Workshop, no. The resin part, I think, is really going to be the make or break on how much they actually put into that side, because Forge World, from what I've constantly heard about, it will always come in warped, and for the most part, it's really just more expensive than what you would just get at normal Games Workshop. Like, I know friends at my game store that are actually just getting more Chinese recasts more than actual Forge World stuff, just at the price that it takes longer to make, and they're fine with it because it's like a fraction of the price. I'm kind of worried that going in this direction with the models, old world is almost going to be dead on arrival for those who don't actually have like current armies or want to build new armies with the new stuff. Like, I'm very worried with this. And finally, to start rounding stuff off with today's reveals of Kill Team, there is now a new campaign box, Ashes of Faith, where you get to take control of the Inquisition. That's pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. The one thing I will say about Kill Team, at least especially like right now, is they're bringing forth factions that normally you wouldn't be able to play in 40k. Even though then you can also kind of play them later in 40k with like the Adeptus Arbites for some reason. Then yeah, but no, a lot of the Inquisition models just look really cool. I particularly like this one Inquisitor with the eye patch and the book and the candle. The servitors also just look pretty damn cool. With that in mind, I do think the box then kind of starts falling a lot short, because then you're packaging that along with Tempestus Scions, which aren't bad. I like the models, but the kit's also been around for a while, so it doesn't feel as unique. And on top of that, we're also just getting a huge sprawl of cultists from like the new cultist kit, the possessed, but then you also have the whole Dark Commune, that's what it's called, which I already bought beforehand. So unless I want to keep two kits and paint one different colors for different factions of Chaos Space Marines. Actually, you know what? I might do that. But you kind of seen what I'm saying. I don't like repeats of like certain models that you might just only ever need one of. It's not. I don't think that's good value. Overall, I think the box set is interesting. I'm not really sure if I want to buy into it because honestly, I need to do a video on Kill Team because it is interesting, but it's practically dead where I am. Then, of course, we have Warhammer Heroes. For some reason, I think they all combined into this one unique Kill Team now from all the rest of the Space Marines. So you get like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, so, So you get 7 in the box, but wait, no, never mind. Stupid. Okay, I hate this. Yeah, I don't like the system. Outside of that, one last teaser for the next season, and as far as I can tell, it's going to feature Eldari, so I'm going to bet my money that I'm going to say either like Craft Worlds or Harlequins, leaning more toward Harlequins. But yeah, biggest wins. Honestly, just Age of Sigmar. That's pretty dang cool. Biggest losses, probably Kill Team a little bit. Like, even though I like the Inquisition, I don't really like the repeats and models, and I still need to catch up with like a whole bunch of other sets that are now getting very expensive. I think somewhere in the middle is like Heresy, because I don't really care that much for it, even though it's got some cool stuff, and probably the Old World, because with news of like they're also bringing forth resin models into this, like it really makes me concerned. But yeah, those are my thoughts.